If you follow Eurovision even slightly, you probably have heard the news. Last Thursday, the 4th of December 2025, the EBU General Assembly was held. The point of the assembly was originally, I think, to hold the vote regarding the participation of Israel. In the end, it wasn't held because the new rules that were supposed to be implemented, like for example that the juries would return to the semifinals and the maximum amount of votes you can give is reduced. If the vote was held, then the Israel vote will not be held. And in the end, the vote on Israel was not held because the majority agreed to implement the rules. So basically what that means is Israel is allowed to compete now. And that has consequences. Yesterday, actually I was preparing to go to sleep, and then as I was dozing off, I had a notification on my phone, and the Eurovision Reddit and Eurovoix and all the Eurovision world and the channels, they were in complete meltdown. Like a complete meltdown. Because countries like the Netherlands, Spain, Slovenia and Iceland, they have threatened to withdraw if Israel is allowed to compete. And now they have withdrawn because Israel is allowed to compete. So basically what that means is a country of the big five, so the five biggest contributors to the contest, is gone for this year. The sixth biggest contributor in the Netherlands is gone for this year. Ireland, the joint most winners in Eurovision, with 7 times, is gone for this year. And Slovenia is gone for this year. Other broadcasters like Ireland and Belgium, they sort of threatened to pull out, but they didn't. A bit hypocritical if you ask me, and a bit cowardly. But hey, who am I to talk when I'm a German? And our broadcaster does not dare to speak up to whoever is in charge right now. Some clowns, I don't know. But not to get too political here. I mean, Eurovision is a political contest. Basically, Eurovision is falling apart right now. Kinda. Not really, but it is pretty shocking because this is like one of the biggest withdrawal campaigns I think we've had. We had Italy gone between the 90s and 2011 when they participated again. But now are 4 countries, and it's kind of weird seeing the contest in a state like this. And I just don't understand why Israel is still allowed to compete here. Well, I do understand, because Israel is kind of a big contributor to Eurovision as well. For example, the main sponsor of Eurovision, Moroccan Oil, is an Israeli company, and the majority of European countries support Israel, and the broadcasters, at least in most countries, are not allowed or don't want to speak up to the government, or else they risk termination or some other things, I know. Yeah, it's sad, but I do see some positives in there, because I may be wrong here, and probably I am, because Spain and the other countries, they did threaten to pull out even before the vote. But Spain is a big contributor, like they pay a lot of money, you know, as well as the Netherlands. And the EBU, they did have some beef with the Netherlands in 2024. So, and Spain is a country. I was in Spain in somewhere in the last few months, and on national TV they actually openly condemn the genocide that is happening in the Gaza region right now. It is a genocide, and you really can't deny that. Okay, so now that I'm getting too political, I think I will go over to my personal opinion on all of this, if I haven't made it clear yet. This is my opinion. Disclaimer, this is my opinion. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to react to it. You don't have to agree with it. But here goes. I think this is bullshit. This is an absolute disgrace. I don't know what the rule changes have to do with the Israel participation. Apparently it is because they thought like the rule changes are the thing why countries don't like Israel at Eurovision, which is just stupid. It's false. And it just shows that the EBU really is incapable of reading the room, you know? And as I come from Germany, the only thing I can say is I'm deeply ashamed of what the broadcaster has said and the politicians that are in charge right now have said about, you know, Germany and Israel in Eurovision. To say stuff like this, yeah, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. For example, I know this is a bit whataboutism, but I still feel like I have to say this. Russia was not really excluded. They excluded themselves by leaving the EBU, or well, they kinda like left, but not really, and then they were suspended. So that means Russia and Belarus are not good. Well, Belarus was suspended the year before, but Russia is not allowed to compete in the near future. But it was mostly because of pressure from way more countries. Because Russia, what they do is, of course, also extremely disgraceful and should be condemned, and they should threaten to boycott if Russia participates. I would too. But when it comes to Israel, it's just nobody cares. Nobody cares. Except Germany, they care for Israel and Austria. The rest, just complete radio silence, except for Spain, the Netherlands, Slovenia and Ireland. Yeah. This is a completely different video to what I planned to make. I plan to do a video in the next days, which I'm still going to do. This is usually my videos which I've done. The last two videos were all I had a script in front of me and I read it, but now I'm just speaking out of my mind, and some things that I've said may be untrue, or maybe some things that I will regret saying later, but this is just because I felt like I need to speak, because this is real now. This is not the threat anymore. This is the reality that we're going to miss 4 countries. And then the EBU say, well, but we have Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova, maybe Canada, maybe Japan. And that's just... If that is the substitution for these countries... I mean, it's called Eurovision. Eurovision. And I understand that they are broadcasters from other parts of the world, like North Africa and Asia, which are EBU members. But why would you take this offer to not have Spain and so on, but have the others? Because Spain and so on, again, are very important Eurovision countries. So yeah, I think I said enough on this for now. I really don't want to talk about this that much, but I think this is the only video for now that I am going to make on this, except something crazy happens. So I am now resuming content on this channel. I've had all of my exams done for now. So yeah, the next video, I can already tell you, is about Montenegro and their national selections, as they have released their songs last week on the Thursday as well. And I think I will do across the month also. Maybe Albania, I think Estonia and Latvia as well, if I get all the work done in time. I wouldn't expect many videos to be during the year change, so between late December and early January I wouldn't expect many videos from me. But yeah, I am pretty positive that the next video is going to come at the very furthest from now, I think Monday. So until Monday, I hope to have the new video ready, preferably maybe on Saturday or on Sunday, but Monday I feel will definitely be the video out. So yeah, that's all for me. This video is already way longer than I intended to do. I thought it was the video's just gonna be like 3 minutes, black screen, just like a podcast. But no, I actually managed to already yap for 12 minutes, so maybe you will use this as like some sort of thing to fall asleep to, ASMR. I don't think there's going to be much editing. Maybe for the longest part, just black screen, maybe some images in there. Next video is going to be more quality. Yeah, that's all for me now. So have a good day, have a good evening. Bye.